So I'm recording this little snippet before the draft started, but this video you're seeing is the day after the first round, as I am going to go through my reactions to all 32 first round picks. If you're new, subscribe to the channel as I will be doing draft content all year long. But for now, I'm Chase Keller, and enjoy my reactions to all 32 first round picks in the 2024 NFL Draft. Enjoy. What's up? It's draft night. Here with my girlfriend, coming back from college for a weekend. But tonight is draft night. I'm going to still be listening to it in the car. I'm going to be reacting, giving all my live grades. Let's get started.
With the first pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams.
There it is.
Quarterback, Southern California.
It's a new era in Chicago.
Thank God.
Potential generational talent off to Chicago. Not my favorite quarterback, not my favorite prospect, but he's still number 3 in prospects, number 2, my second favorite quarterback. It's an easy A to give Chicago, especially if it was him, if it was Drake May. Either one of the two would have received an A for me. So good job from Chicago, finally getting their franchise guy.
With the second pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels.
If you've been following my channel, Drake May is my number 1 QB with Jaden Daniels is my QB 4. Not a huge fan of Daniels. Huge fan of May. Just how this is unfolded, I'm not a huge fan. I'm going to give this a B just because you're passing up on Drake May and he's not even my number 3 QB either. So
With the third pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Drake May.
thank you.
Quarterback, North Carolina.
Thank you, New England. I'm not going to say much at all. You heard my last pick about Daniels. You know, I love Drake May. A+ for New England. They got their guy. They got their biggest need. Can't say much else about it, so A+ there for them.
With the fourth pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Marvin Harrison Jr.
That's who you want.
Easy pick. Good call from Arizona. Again, you've been following my channel. Marvin Harrison Jr., my number 1 prospect, obviously number 1 receiver. Arizona very desperately needs receiver. Easy pick for them. I'm glad they stayed and took MHJ. That's an A+ in my books as well.
With the fifth pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Joe Alt.
Really?
Tackle.
Wow.
Notre Dame.
That's not bad, but that's not what you were expecting.
So, no, it wasn't. So, Joe Alt, Notre Dame, one of my favorite offensive players in this draft. They do need offensive tackle, but I'm just shocked that they didn't take Neighbors. But I can't complain about this pick. I think I'm going to give the Chargers an A on this one. It might change to an A- depending how it settles with me, but I think we're going to go with an A for LA. Quarterback.
With the 6th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Malik Neighbors.
All right.
Receiver.
That's a good pick. That was a smart pick. Currently number 2 on my board of players who are left. They need wide receiver. That was a really good pick. I'm going to give it an A right now.
With the 7th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select J.C. Latham.
Oh! Okay.
That's a good pick.
Here's the thing with this. People are not going to like this pick.
Oh,
People are not going to like J.C. Latham. He's a lot higher on my board. I can't hate the pick. Olu would have been my pick. That's not a bad pick at all. I'm going to give it an A- though, because they didn't take Olu, and obviously they miss out on Alt, so that's different.
With the 8th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr.
Wow!
Oh, wow.
Washington.
This might take a little breaking down. Penix is my 3rd favorite QB prospect. The best QB left on the board for me. Love the pick. No one's going to like this pick because it's just a shocker. And I don't really think they need a QB that much, though. They have Kirk Cousins, and you can take him for 2 more years and draft one in 2026. I think just for the needs reason, I'm going to give it a B. The positional value is there. I just don't think the positional need is there.
With the 9th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Rome Odunze.
Okay.
No shocker there.
Receiver, Washington.
Odunze is not who I would have taken. If I am Chicago, I'm taking Laiatu Latu, even Dallas Turner for positional need. I like Rome Odunze though. This is not a bad pick by any means. I just think they could have gone elsewhere. Even taking a guy like Byron Murphy would have. I like the pick. I just don't like it more as I would have liked a guy like Latu or Dallas Turner. So the pick's going to be an A-. Let's see how it changes.
With the 10th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select J.J. McCarthy, quarterback, Michigan.
Yep. So the safe pick there to jump up one spot and get your guy. They needed a QB pretty desperately. Now, he wasn't up there on my board, so it's not the greatest pick, but at the same time, I do really like it. I'm going to give it an A, maybe an A+ if everything turns out.
With the 11th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Olu Fashanu. Tackle.
I'm assuming this is under the conditions that Fashanu either plays guard or replaces Tyron Smith after a year. Not a terrible selection, pretty high on my, it might be my second best player on the big board. I'm driving now, so I don't know. I'm gonna give this pick an A-.
With the 12th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Bo Nix, quarterback, Oregon.
There he is. If you know me, I'm a Broncos fan. We got our guy. I feel like we could have got him later, but at the same time, these quarterbacks are just rapidly going off the board, so I can't really say much about that. I'm gonna give it a B+ to start.
With the 13th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Brock Bowers, tight end, Georgia.
I just went through about 10 different emotions there in about the span of 2 seconds. Wow. Best player on my big board, so this is a good pick. They don't need tight end, but it could go 2 receiver, 2 tight end sets. I'm not going to complain too much about it. I'm going to give it an A- because tight end wasn't the biggest need there, but at the same time, still the best player on the board, and I'm really shocked that they ended up taking Brock.
With the 14th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Tolaise Fuaga.
That was awful. All right, so New Orleans make it 14 offensive players in a row. I like this pick, Talisa Fuaga. Commissioner pronounced it so wrong. One of my best players on the big board left, and I haven't even looked at my big board in like 5 picks. And I think they really need to bolster up that O-line, and that's exactly what they did. I'm going to give this pick an A. I'm home now.
With the 15th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Laiatu Latu, defensive end, UCLA.
I don't know how much the Colts really need edge rusher, though. Let's be honest here. I love the value, though. I'm going to give this a B+ to start.
With the 16th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Byron Murphy.
Okay. I predicted that. I don't really like this pick because Murphy's not my D-tackle 1. Jerzon Newton is, but I really like the positional fit, or the positional need, the fit in Seattle as well. I'm going to go ahead and go with an A-.
With the 17th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Dallas Turner.
Okay.
Linebacker.
Okay. But with how desperately they needed an edge rusher, at least on the starting core, I'm going to give this an A+. Phenomenal pick all around, and just very lucky that they end up getting Dallas Turner.
With the 18th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Amarius Mims.
Okay.
Tackle.
I'm not shocked by any means, but I'm also not a huge fan. Like, they should have taken offensive tackle in this draft, but it's just how many have gone off the board, and Mims isn't even my number 1. He is currently 33rd on my big board. I am going to give this a B-. That is my worst grade so far.
With the 19th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Jared Verse.
That's who we expected. So just like Byron Murphy, Jared Verse is a guy who I've mocked to the Rams the last 2 mock drafts that I've done. They really need anyone on defense, and Jared Verse is the second best defender on the board. I don't think they take Jerzon Newton in this spot, though. I do think they take Jared Verse over him. So I'm going to give this pick an A as well.
And with the 20th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Troy Fautanu, tackle, Washington.
Okay, that is who I would have preferred Cincinnati take if they wanted to take tackle. That is a good pick. Best tackle on the board, 8th best prospect on the board. I also really like the positional need as well. I'm going to give it an A. Not an A+ because he's not high up there on the prospect list, but that is a huge need and huge value for that need, just not up there on the prospect board. So
The 21st pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Chop Robinson.
Really?
Linebacker, Penn State.
Really? All right, so this pick shocks me a little bit if you couldn't tell by my reaction. Simply because I like Chop. He's the best edge on the board. He's the 8th best prospect on the board right now as well. It seems like they might be dumping Bradley Chubb soon. Shaq Barrett's on a smaller contract. I don't think the need was there this year for them to take the edge position, but I do like the pick overall. I'm going to give them a B- for this pick.
With the 22nd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select
Quinyon Mitchell. So in a stacked cornerback class, the first corner is finally off the board at pick 22. It is Quinyon Mitchell. He's my personal number 3 in this class. I like this pick for Philly. I do think they need a corner. I'm going to give this pick an A-, as there were 2 better corners on the board.
With the 23rd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Brian Thomas Jr.
Wow. Okay. I'm interested by this pick because I was kind of convinced the Jaguars are going to take corner in this draft. Then they trade down, and then they don't take corner, and they take Brian Thomas Jr. instead. Your starting 3 is Gabe Davis, Zay Jones, and Christian Kirk. I love Parker Washington, too, and he's sitting there in the second string. I'm not sure how much they needed it, but at the same time, it's not a bad pick. I'm going to give it a B+ to start.
With the 24th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Terrion
Arnold. Lions, big trade-up opportunity to go up and get their guy in cornerback Terrion Arnold. My number 2 cornerback on the board. The number 1 guy is Nate Wiggins, and he's number 1 left, and I really love Nate Wiggins. And I think Detroit fills in a really good need here, but just because he's not the best corner, I'm going to have to give him an A.
With the 25th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Jordan Morgan, tackle.
Okay. All right, this time around, I talked about the Bengals and how they took Amarius Mims, and I feel like they could have waited until later to get an offensive tackle of higher caliber. I mentioned Jordan Morgan. Looks like he's off the board now. He's my 20th best prospect and the number 1 tackle still on the board. A lot of offensive tackles are going off right now. I'm going with a B+ for Jordan Morgan on that one.
In the 26th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Graham Barton,
Nope.
center Duke.
Graham Barton now off the board. I'm not really sure how I feel about this, if I'm being completely honest. This is probably the worst pick so far in the first round. This is like the Cody mock of 2024, and we saw how that experiment worked out for Tampa Bay last year. I'm going to go with a C.
With the 27th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Darius Robinson.
Wow.
Missouri.
What's going on with these corners? Another pick I'm pretty disappointed in, I won't lie. I really thought corner was the way to go here if you're Arizona. Turns out they want to go with the edge. 40th best prospect on my board right now. They need edge rusher, but I just don't like how they went that low. I'm going to give this one a C+, but I'm still not a big fan.
With the 28th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the back-to-back Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs, select Xavier Worthy.
Wow. How didn't I see this coming again? Okay, let me get this out of the way. Xavier Worthy, not a bad selection, but you should have taken the other Texas receiver who I honestly would have given an A+ to. I've been saying this, that Xavier Worthy makes so much sense to go to the Chiefs, given his speed, and he could possibly replicate Tyreek Hill after he left a couple seasons ago. I'm going to give this pick an A-, simply because I think Xavier Worthy's a little raw, but we'll see how he pans out with Patrick Mahomes.
The 29th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Guyton.
Okay.
Tackle, Oklahoma.
Okay. I don't like it. I don't know if it's something that I personally have against Oklahoma offensive tackles, but last year I didn't like the guy that the Eagles drafted. I liked Anton Harrison. I didn't like the guy that the Eagles drafted, and now I don't like Tyler Guyton at all. But they went way too early to get Guyton. There were many better options on the board. This has got to be the worst pick so far. This is a D. I'm sorry.
With the 30th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Nate Wiggins.
There's Nate Wiggins. Nate Wiggins is my favorite defender in this entire class. Best corner, best defender, number 7 on my big board, but number 1 remaining. And that is exactly who Baltimore should have taken. That is an A+ pick. I'm loving it.
With the 31st pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Ricky Pearsall, wide receiver, Florida.
Oh, I guess Brandon Ayuk might. Okay, so I guess they are preparing, but still, Ricky Pearsall? You know, I guess after thinking about it for about a minute, it's not awful, but something other than Ricky Pearsall would have been better, in my opinion. I know Pearsall is a guy who is like a mid-second round pick according to consensus, but on my board, he's a mid-third round pick. So I just didn't like the I think they reached a little bit there, especially since they have much bigger needs. They have O-line, they have DB, especially on the O-line. I don't think Pearsall was good here. I'm going to give this a D+.
With the 32nd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Xavier Legette, wide receiver.
I understand the whole keeping him in the Carolinas, but he was the 41st best player on my board left, 9th best receiver left, and A.D. Mitchell is falling out of the first round, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous that he fell out of the first round, and I really like his upside. I think I'm going to give this grade a C. Well, that's all I got. Do you agree with my grades? Let me know in the comment section below. Wait, are you not subscribed yet? Well, do it now. I release content like this all the time and would really appreciate your support. I'm Chase Keller from Chase Keller Journalism, and I will see you all next time.